Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be chatting to y'all while I work on this picture, and my little dude Fox, his attire is already done, and it's in Rhapsody in the Forest by Kanoko Egusa, and this is the Japanese version of this book, and it was gifted to me by my lovely bestie Francis for Christmas. I kept the little tag in there. So yeah, I'm happy to finally be able to work in this book, and it's great because it's a buddy color with her, and she gifted me the book. So how nice is that? So I'm also going to be using this for a color along that I saw on Instagram, and the color along is hosted by Coloraroo, and it's to color a couple or a fairy tale or hearts or something. I'll put the screenshot. I started to say grab screenshot. I'll put that on the screen for you to see, because if you want to participate, you can. And it's for the entire month of February. And I usually don't participate in color alongs. It's just if something catches my eye and motivates me to color, I'm all for it. And I've only participated in like 2 from Instagram before. This will make 3. So I'm excited to go ahead and do that because I haven't colored it since December. So like in a month or so, maybe a little longer. And yeah, I'm really excited to go ahead and start or continue on this picture. And I have a plan for the background, and I'm scared, y'all. I'm crossing my fingers and toes and everything else in between because I have an idea for an amazing background. I hope it pans out, but I usually do the backgrounds last, and that'll be last because as I color, I don't know what that is, but as I color, things evolve, so that's why I usually do the background last. So I talked entirely too much. I'm sure someone will complain about that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get started coloring on this busy as I don't know what dress. So let me zoom in for a second. Hopefully I'm zoomed in enough. So I already based her dress in this sky blue light color. I'm using my Prismacolors as always. Of course, it does not want to focus. That's fine. It doesn't have to. This is sky blue light, and I based her dress with that. And then I'm going to use just true blue, and I'm going to go ahead and shade her dress with true blue. Now, the approach to a pattern is simple in my mind. I'm either going to do the pattern, which is usually never the case, or I'm going to color a solid color. And guess what we're picking today, y'all? Option number 2, a solid color, because this was too much and I was not for it. So I'm going to go ahead and start on her dress. So I hope everyone has been doing well in the world. I know life gets hectic and it's just some crazy times. So I hope everyone is doing as well as we can, y'all, as well as we can. The pursuit of happiness, right? So yeah, I hope that's all working out, and that you've been coloring way more than I have if you enjoy coloring, because that's probably why you're here. And if you don't, hey, welcome anyway. But yeah, I have not been coloring. I've missed it. I've missed coloring so much, and I don't know what's been going on with me where I just cannot seem to make myself focus. It's just not happening. I don't know. I have been reading though. I started reading like, I don't know. I've just been into a couple of books that I was reading, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. Okay, so here we go. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. I feel like it's blurry, and I apologize about that. I really hope that that's not the case, but it could be this pattern, because this pattern is crazy, and it might make the camera not want to play nice. But yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, I've been reading a couple books here and there, because that's what I do sometimes. It goes away majority of the time for my desire to read, and then it'll come back, and then it'll go away and come back. So yeah, but I read trash, probably nothing no one's interested in, so I'm not even going to go into what I've been reading. It's not fantasy or anything like that, even though I kind of want to try some fantasy books, but I don't know, y'all. That's a whole other story. But hopefully y'all have been doing well. And I actually posted a video today, which I'm so excited about, because I think that's what it is. It got me in the filming mood, because y'all remember back in the day when I used to film. Well, I didn't film a lot, but I had videos. I had content before all that Copa child stuff happened, and I had videos on my channel. Like, I would sit down and just blabber until I could not blabber anymore, and those were the days, right? Those were the days, and I just don't do that anymore, and I kind of miss it. And today, filming my video that I did about my coloring cart tour, you can catch that. It should be my most recent video, and it was actually kind of fun. And I was like, oh man, I want to film some more. And I just get inspired when I see some of my favorite OG colorists do videos like Jen reading with pugs, and it just makes me want to film. So here I am, and plus I'm bored, And plus I'm working on this picture and I don't really post much coloring chat, so here I am. I really wish I wasn't as lazy as I am, y'all, because y'all will have so many more coloring chats. And, you know, when I can sit down and get my camera angle right, ooh, excuse me, when I can sit down and get my camera angle right, we have a video. We have magic. So, yeah. I am going with a solid color with this dress. So, my original plan was, and I think I said that this is inspired by vintage Valentine's Day cards I looked up on Pinterest. If not, or vintage Valentine imagery. If not, I'll post Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I will put the screenshot of the vintage color scheme that I'm going for this picture. Now the background is not, it's kind of going to be like that, but not really. I have an idea, y'all, and hopefully it pans out, because I'm nervous. Like I said, I'm crossing my fingers and toes and everything in between, because I get nervous about backgrounds. I do them last, and I do backgrounds last mostly because as I color, things evolve in my head. Like, very rarely do I want to go all out on a background. I'm usually lazy, and I'm using paint or chalk pastel. Not saying that if that's what you do, that's lazy, but for me, that's lazy to me, because I know I don't ever want to be bothered with the background. And I just save backgrounds for last because, like I said, in my mind, I'll have an idea at first. As I color, things evolve, or colors may change that I didn't envision for my picture when I first thought of it, or while I'm coloring it. And then that helps me get even more creative with the background when it's time to do it at the end. And I know some people do their backgrounds first. I wish I could, because it kind of sets the mood for the picture, right? When you do the background first, and it's like it sets the atmosphere. And then if you do a really good background, nothing can go wrong from there, right? I don't know. I don't ever think I've done a background first. If I did, I don't know what I was smoking that day, because I rarely do it. So I would love to know, do you do your backgrounds first or last? That's interesting. I'm so sorry if this is blurry and out of focus, y'all. I don't know what I can do to make it a little better. I really don't. I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help. But I'm not doing anything, super interesting. I'm just trying to get my colors where I want it for her dress. But yeah, I'm basically just copying that vintage color palette. And as you can see, the girl's dress is blue. This Foxy lady, ha ha ha, her dress is blue. And then the boy, his color of his clothing is pretty much how my Fox's clothing is on the right. And yeah, I just loved it. I fell in love. I wanted to keep going and keep looking, but then I didn't want to get overwhelmed with too much imagery, because that happens sometimes where I get overwhelmed because I keep looking, and I should have just stopped, and then it starts influencing my original thought that I had for something. That goes with the nail art ideas. It's a whole thing. It's a rabbit hole. Like, once I start looking for one nail art idea, I start looking at too many, and yeah, it just ruins what I first thought about when I initially found something that inspires me. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me that gets like that. I don't know. But yeah, we'll leave that there. So, like I said, I haven't really been coloring. Ooh, I did order a new pencil case, which I'm so excited about, because it's for my Prismacolor, and it's basically the same exact case that I have for my Holbein pencils. But I ordered one for my Prismacolor because my Prismacolor live in this purple one, and I color in my lap. So welcome to my lap. That sounds weird, but that's what we're looking at right now. And yeah, I color on this. It sits under my books when I color. And because of that reason, my Poscas are smeared on this case. I have paint, stickles, whatever, or smeared on this case. Pencil lead stains, and because of the material of this, of course, it's going to stain and stick or whatever, and I can't wipe it off. But also, it's just a well-loved case, and I've had this case since I first got my 150 set of Prismas, because I think I ordered my case the exact same time I got my 150 set, because they need a home, and it's old, let's just say that. So I just want a new one, refresh some things, spice it up, get a new case. So that's what I'm doing, and it comes on Monday. Today's Friday. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I really am excited. And I love the holographic cases, one, because it's holographic. And two, it has a non-fabric surface, I should say. So, it should help. It should help me being messy, But I love coloring in my lap. Like I always sit Indian style and color. I don't know. When I was coloring at my desk or I was coloring at the table, I'm just not that comfortable. I don't know what it is. And that's pretty much how you should color, right? Or most people color. There's no right way. I should not say should, but you color how you want. You can color on the floor or whatever you want to do. But I'm just more comfortable when I'm just sitting, my legs crossed, and I'm colored. I don't know. I wonder if there's any like scientific reason to that. Does it relate more to our childhood sitting Indian style? Like when we do things? I don't know. That is some interesting psychology to think about there. So, my plan was to not come in here with another darker blue, but I think I might just because I just might. I just like a lot of contrast. Like his sweater was not supposed to be this dark and these contrasty areas, but it happened, y'all. It happened. His pants I left alone. I did just do those, and I could have went in with a darker color. I left it, but I just love how he came out in his color. So his pants are brown like the boy's pants in the picture. His sweater's green like the kid's picture. Kid in the picture, and his scarf is yellow. And I may do some red X's and O's in Posca or glitter pen on here because when I color male characters, they still have a little bit of sparkle, razzle dazzle, stickles, or something on them because they're secure in their masculinity and they wear glitter. I don't care. So that's probably what I'll end up doing on his scarf. His sweater, I'm going to outline all the little Fair Isle print in white and then go over these stripes with white. And then for his pants, I had a plan to just do brown glitter gel pen, but I was FaceTiming my sister and she was like, "Oh, do burnt orange. That would be cool." And I was like, "That would be cool because my foxes are going to be orange, so I'm not coming off the color palette that I have." But at the same time, the burnt orange glitter pen that I have, I do not think it's going to go over very well on his pants. Ugh, I don't know, cause gel pen, glitter pen does not want to go over this wax from these pencils. So maybe if I zoom in a little more, I just hope it was not blurry the whole 10 minutes I've been talking, and I will be very upset. So I'm gonna continue with the dress. So yeah, I think that would be really cool to do burnt orange outline for his pants. I wish I had like a burnt orange Posca. That would be cool, and then I wouldn't have to worry about if it's gonna go over this pencil wax or not. But we shall see. So I'm gonna leave that little sliver of it being lighter right there. But I just think this is the perfect picture for Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'm glad this is my first picture. This is really cool. It's fitting the season, the time that I'm in right now. Single Awareness Day, as some people call it, is approaching, and it's time for all this lovey gooey coupley stuff going on here, or Valentine's Day, or whatever. It's like so many names for Valentine's Day now. If you're not in a relationship, I love it. So it's so cool. But yeah, I can see myself that I'm going to come in here with another darker blue. I don't know what blue though, because initially I was going to use my, I think, Mediterranean blue, but it's getting kind of short and I think it breaks a lot. That's one of the rare pencils that I have that breaks a lot, and I don't want to kill it, and I don't have another one. I don't think I have another one. My swatch sheet says that I have another one. I have a swatch sheet. Maybe I can show y'all. If you haven't seen it before, give me a second. So here is my swatch sheet. So yes, I have my Prismacolor swatched in my swatch book, but I also had printed. I found this on Google. I just Googled a Prismacolor pencil chart. I don't know, and it came up. And so yeah, I used pencil because I'm smart. I'm a smart cookie, and that pen is too permanent. This will be ever changing because I buy singles, and yeah, it just seemed the most intelligent way. Tally it up of how many singles I have of each color and then write it in pencil. This is completely incorrect. So I'm going to erase my tallies out and redo this because I have a story to tell y'all. Let me put this back in my case really quick and I'll tell y'all that story. So the story goes, once upon a time, my nephew was a baby. And when he was a baby, he used to love to do what I do. And when he was a baby, I was heavy into my channel at that time, like recording and whatnot. So he would be over and he liked to take my colored pencils. And I found so many Prismacolor under my bed. I knew they had rolled under there at one point in time. And then, I'm not dirty. I clean my room. I clean my room, I swear. And, I vacuum under there and everything. But sometimes I'm just lazy and I just never pick them up and I would just leave them under there. And some of them I didn't even know were under there. Ones that I knew rolled under there, yes. But I'm talking about I found ones that I had no clue were under my bed. Then I have like this little sitting area because I have a really big window that faces the front of the house. And you could basically turn it into a sitting area, like, you know, put a chair there or whatever, so it could be in front of the window. When he was a baby, he used to like to play by the window and do, you know, do whatever he was doing over there. And he took a crayon and marked up my window pane over there. But I did not know until recently, cleaning up because I was rearranging and whatnot, that I found so many Prismacolor pencils over there. I'm laughing because it's just like the things children do. I found so many pencils over there. And, you know, those who have been with my channel know my Prismacolor journey. I started with like a 24 set of Prismacolors. And then I think a week and a half after that, I ordered the bigger set. So I ordered the 36 set. Then I just stuck with that until I got the 72 set. Once I got the 72 set, I finally was able to afford a 150 set on sale. So I have like 3 and 4 and 5 of like canary yellows and stuff for some, you know, for those reasons. And so some of those pencils I have so many of. But then the cooler pencils that's more so in the 72 set and the 150 set, I only have like 1 of those or 2 of those. Because I only have ever ordered my 150 set. If you could believe it or not, I've never ordered another 150 set. Because I'm still using those original pencils, believe it or not, all these years later. But my mom so graciously got me a 150 set for our birthday this year, I want to say, because I didn't ask for anything for Christmas. I mean, she got me something, but I never, for the past like 5 Christmases, maybe not that far, 4 or 5 Christmases, I really don't want anything for Christmas. Like when she asks me, I say nothing. I don't want anything. So yeah, I have a whole new brand spanking set of 150 Prismas over there by my desk, but it's missing a dark umber because I was on a manhunt for dark umber because I ran out of dark umber and I was going to order some singles, but I could not. They was sold out everywhere I was looking, and then the places that were not sold out was extravagant. And this was after, you know, the Rona has settled or whatever, if we're ever truly settled. And yeah, I could not find any, so she blessed me with the 150 set. And then today, when I was recording my coloring cart video, I freaking found out I had some Prismacolor in a 79 art set that she got me that's by Prismacolor. And there's extra Prismacolor in there, and I never even realized I had those singles. So that's why I have to swatch my little tally, I should say. That's why I have to retally my singles paper, because I have pencils everywhere, under my bed, just everywhere that I've just recently discovered. So I have to sit down, really make sure I have gathered all of my Prismacolor singles, old ones, new ones, in between ones, and do my tally sheet over. All of that story, y'all. All of that story. Why? But I mean, y'all say you enjoy my talking, and you know I'm a motor mouth sometimes, especially when I've got jack all else to do, like I do tonight. So you have to excuse me. So yeah. Was that interesting? I don't know, but that's pretty much the story of that. But yeah, I'm glad I'm feeling better because I was actually sick as 9 dogs recently. I have not had a sickness as far as a cold or anything. I did not ever get Rona, but I had a weird, my sister was saying it was respiratory, but it wasn't, because I wasn't congested or anything. But for a week, when January first started, well, not first started, it was around like Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh, y'all, it was Friday the 13th when I got sick. It started that Thursday on the 12th. That night I was coughing. I never cough. I'm someone who never coughs. Like seriously, I never cough. And I had a coughing fit Thursday night, and I was like, oh gosh, I hope I'm not going to get sick. But usually if I'm getting sick, it always starts with my throat. Like every single time. Since I was little, it'll start with my throat. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just coughing. Maybe whatever. And then I woke up Friday. I had no voice. I did not have a voice for like a week. I kid you not. Francis, coloring F can attest. I sounded horrid. And no one could understand anything I was saying for a week. And yeah, that's all it really was though. It was a little bit of sore throat, and it was just I had no voice. And I'm just getting over the exhaustion. I was so exhausted for the longest time. I was so tired. But I mean, that's all it really was. It very strange. No fever, none of that. I was tested for Rona. Did not have Rona. I don't know. I mean, regular illnesses still exist. Everything is not Rona, but still, I was sick. I'm glad I'm better, and I just sounded crazy for a week, and I hope I don't get sick for a while because I haven't gotten sick for years. Obviously, because I've been taking care of myself, but I haven't gotten sick probably since like 2019, a cold or anything. So I've gotten other kinds of sick, but just cold sick I have not had since like 2019, 2018. And I used to catch colds all the time. Like, oh my gosh, at least I think they said the average adult catches like 4 or 5 colds a year. That was me. That was always me. I stayed getting a cold every time the seasons would change, and then sometimes I would get an additional one. So that would be like 5 a year. I don't know. It's weird. But I just don't like being congested. Oh, I hate it. And like sore throat. I was just talking to some friends and family about like when I had got hand, foot, and mouth disease because I got it from my nephew. And I was saying how my immune system just sucks. I was a premature baby. I was born in 7 months. So I just feel like I was not set up to have a great immune system. So, I take my vitamins when I try to do that or whatever. But the thing is, I'm allergic to oranges. So I don't eat oranges or drink orange juice for vitamin C. And I really feel like if I could, instead of take a vitamin and ingest vitamin C that way, I probably would not used to get as sick as I did as far as colds. But, that's not how the cookie crumbled for me. So, yeah, that's an interesting fact about me. I'm allergic to citrus fruits. So, no limes, lemons, none of that stuff for me. I'm not anaphylactic, thank God. But it's not good for me. But it just makes my eczema flare up, which is not good. But, yeah, I really feel like if I can ingest vitamin C that way versus taking vitamins, I would probably have a better immunity. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I was talking about the hand, foot, and mouth disease that I got from my nephew when he was a baby, and it's rare for adults to get it. That was the thing, and he was in contact with so many other people, my mom, his parents, his sister, everyone, and no one got it but me. Like, this is what I was saying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, and you do not want that. That is one of the worst things I've ever experienced, and this is coming from someone who used to stay having strep throat. That sore throat you get with that is the worst you could ever get, and it's so common in kids, but I had never heard of it. But everyone was like, yeah, we heard of it, blah blah blah. I've never heard of that all of my life, and when he gave it to me, I had a temperature of like 104 Fahrenheit. And I was at work. That was the most miserable day of work for me because I was working in customer service at the time. That was one of the worst days for me. And like literally at the end of the day, when all the customers and stuff left, I sat at my desk and cried while I was trying to get my stuff together to leave work that day because I felt so horrible that entire day. And I had to work through that. And my fever was 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And I could have like died or something because when I got home, I think it was worse. When I woke up the next morning, it was pushing like 105, 106. Like, that was really my fever. I was like, I could have died for no reason. Like, for no reason. Because I did not know what I had until I went to urgent care. Because I literally got up the next day and I took a shower and my mom was like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm going to work. And she was like, no, you're not. And she made me, because I wouldn't have went to the doctor. I was just going to go to work. Y'all know who work in customer service and stuff and retail, you and all that type of stuff, you know how it is. Like, you gotta go to work. They don't care. They don't care. Your arm could be falling off. They're like, well, you got another arm, let's go. So that's how it works. But that hand, foot, and mouth was the worst I had ever had. And I'm like afraid of kids touching me now. I was already afraid of people touching me and getting close to my face before all this pandemic stuff. Now it's like super paranoid. I tell my nephew now, like, don't touch me because he does not wash his hands. I don't know what it is about boys because I have 2 nephews. One is 9 and one is, he'll be 7 in June. Oh my gosh. they do not wash their hands. And I'm a big hand washer. I was a big hand washer before. I'm a big hand washer now. Hand sanitizer, the whole thing. And I remember one time my coworker was like, "Do you think you stay sick because your hands stay too clean? You don't give your body time to build up immunity?" I'm like, "Girl, I don't care about that. Give me the alcohol." And I went to the doctor once, and the doctor told me like too much hand sanitizer can actually be a bad thing for you. Like she was saying, like you don't give it a chance to, I don't know, get germs to build up a defense or something like that. But I don't care. I really don't. So let me live in my alcohol land and my sanitizing land and be happy because it gives me peace of mind. Now I want to have peace of mind. You know, who doesn't? So sorry, that was a weird thing to start talking about. I told you I'm rambly, y'all. So if you don't like talking, because I've had people say they don't like me talking, I talk too much. Why are you here? I don't know what else I can offer you other than that. So there we have that. But this dress took all this talking, and I've been talking for 24 minutes so far, plus the 10 or so that I think I stopped the first part at because I got interrupted. So imagine me coming in with the darker color. It's going to take even longer, but I'm not complaining about time. It's never about time when you color. I think you zone out, you know. Time doesn't matter. Time is relative or whatever they say. I don't know. I'm not Albert Einstein. I don't know all that stuff. But yeah, that's where this coloring chat has went. Sorry about that, but I don't know. But I enjoy reading you guys' comments and chatting with y'all in the comments because it helps me know that y'all are actually watching the video if you respond to some things that I say. It makes me feel great. Even if you don't, you just leave, you know, a like or whatever. That helps out. You know, I don't ever push likes. You like if you want, you can not like if you don't want. I really don't care because I'm not in this to make money or anything. I'm just in here as a hobby and to share with y'all. And I'm sorry if you see ads on my channel because my channel is not monetized for ads, but I have been noticing when I come on my own channel trying to check things out, I have advertisements playing. And I don't have ad blocker or anything because I'm just lazy and I don't feel like doing all that. But yeah, ads play on my videos, so sorry if that's happening and you don't like ads. I don't have that enabled. So I don't know what that's about, but you know, YouTube does what it wants, I think, sometimes. So there we go. There we have that. So I think this is how I want this medium color to be. So I'm going to do, I just went outside the lines a little bit right there. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my darker color out. I don't know what blue that I'm going to use. I think I want to use like, so that's true blue that I have. I think, I'm so sorry this is out of focus. Oh my gosh. We'll see if this makes it. We'll see if this makes it on YouTube. I think I'll do cerulean blue. I think that's a good contrast. Or I could go China blue. I kind of want to go China blue because I think it'll look cool. So I'm going to go with China blue. And China blue is this one that's up here, which you can't see because it's blurry. So give me a second to get my China blue out. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I have my China blue, so hopefully that's good. I just sharpened it. So I just want to go in kind of like the little bit of corners here where the clothing is overlapping. Let's see if this is let's see if this is going to be dark enough for me. Probably not. Yeah. See, usually I go Indenthrone. I've seen it spelled differently depending on the pencil set with an E or O. I don't know. Prismacolor spells with an O. Indenthrone. I don't even know what Indenthrone is, but I usually go Indenthrone blue. If I want it really dark, I think that's what I'm going to have to do because this is not giving me what I would like. So give me a second. Okay, so I have Indenthrone blue, and it's like a brand new one. Oh my gosh, my other one must have been so tiny because I actually have a little zip baggie. Well, is it a Ziploc bag? I don't know, whatever. And it's filled with like all of my teeny tiny pencils. I've never thrown any pencil away ever. So I have my Prismacolor all the way back from when I first started coloring, and it's a lot of whites in that bag because I used to run through whites like it was nobody's business. And I have a baggie of my tiniest pencils. I did show it before. I don't know if I showed it recently. Probably not because I haven't been filming, so what am I even talking about? But I'll show y'all my baggie one time. And then I remember I was talking about short pencils. This was years ago, but this comment sticks out to me. It was either on my Instagram or it was on a video. And this guy was like, why don't you throw your pencils away? He was like, my wife does the same thing. Is there a reason? And I was just like, no, not really. I mean, I didn't even used to like to throw my white gel pens away. I would just keep them. I just don't know what it is. I would just keep them all. And one day I finally just decided, okay, time to put them in the trash. What am I doing? So I threw them away, but like, I don't know. I've kept every single one of my pencils, no lie. Like, I have them in a baggie, and I'll show y'all one of these days. Maybe I'll post it on Instagram, because I did do a share your shortest pencil tag one time. Maybe I'll start that again, and then you can show all of your short pencils. But at the time, I only tagged a few people because those were the people that I had on Instagram, because I didn't always have an Instagram. I only got a coloring Instagram period, because I didn't have a personal Instagram. I only got Instagram because Sammy urged me to color chat with Sammy, and she was like, you love it. And she was right, because I was addicted. I was on there all day, all night, because I don't sleep, looking at everything and anything coloring related. And then I got my business Instagram like a couple of years ago, because I started my personal nail business. But I don't have a personal Instagram. Like, I do not. And I'm debating on whether I should get one or not. But I feel like I'm already just overwhelmed with all the social media that I do anyway for my business. I don't think I'm going to get a personal one. You're going to have to look me up, coloring or nails. This is going to be one of the two when I meet people, because yeah, I don't have a personal one. And I'm trying to post more on my Pinterest. I have a Pinterest for my business. I really need to post more on there and be more active on there. But mostly I use Instagram. So that's where a lot of my social media concentration comes from, is Instagram for my business. And I have a business YouTube as well for my press on nails. And I'm trying to do more on there, but I don't know, everything falls to the wayside sometimes because it's just so much, and I literally have to take steps back sometimes and just not do anything for a couple of days, which probably is not the best, because when you do that, Instagram doesn't want to push your things because you're not engaged, and they don't want to push your reels or your videos or whatever, or your post when you're not always on there. And that's kind of making me a little angry, but what can I do about the algorithm of things? But yeah, they really shouldn't do that. Like, I have an account, I'm engaged, just, show my stuff. I don't understand. But yeah, it's this whole thing about the Instagram algorithm and the algorithm on social media, because I don't have a TikTok. I used to have a TikTok, but I just feel too old for TikTok. So which is not true, because it's people of all ages who love TikTok. But I don't know, because I'm a certain millennial, I just feel like I just don't fit on TikTok. And by certain millennial, I mean, like, I'm not this is it Gen Z now? The one after my generation? I don't know. I don't keep up with what they call it. See, now that contrast looks really nice to me. I really like this. So, but the thing was, I wasn't trying to go too dark on this dress, because I wanted to actually outline this print with gel pen, like a blue gel pen. And I have a blue gel pen that'll probably go over this as far as the dark color is concerned. I don't know about the wax though, because it does not like the wax. But we'll see. But that was my plan, to solid color her dress, and then come in with a darker blue gel pen. My brain went to sleep for like 2 seconds. Sorry, I got lost in trying to concentrate on whether I was going to do a shadow under her arm or not. But, I already did it. So let's just go with it. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, I'm just going to finish this picture. Hopefully, I will color way more in February, because I really have missed coloring. And, that's how it goes sometimes. It takes lulls, ebbs and wanes and whatever, when life just is life, and we don't have time to indulge in all the things that we really love to do. We have other more important things, or just more things that need attention, and unfortunately that's the way life goes. But I know my stuff will always be here. That's what always like comforts me, when I know I start to guilt myself, like I have all these books and I have all these supplies and I'm not coloring, I'm not using them. But then I'm just like, stop that thought, because it'll be here, and it's okay. Sometimes you can't do what you want all the time, unless you're a billionaire who has all the time in the day to do everything you want to do, and you don't have to worry about life problems, really. I'm not saying they don't have to worry about life problems. I'm sure they do. But you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So, yeah. I'm just going to continue with her dress. I feel like I've rambled so much in this video. I don't even know what in the world. I just went on a tangent about me being sick and like everything else is just going to be a mess. But if it's out of focus too much, I won't post it and you'll never know. But if this goes up, hi, hello. This is me. This is how I run my channel. It's not the most organized. And we hop topics. I don't have anything written down. This is just, you know, me talking to y'all like I used to do back in the day when I'm all over the place. But allegedly you love it. So, you know, there we have that. Hope I'm able to entertain y'all, and that whatever you were doing while you were watching, even if you were coloring, I hope you were making progress on your picture. And some people have told me that my whip video was inspiring, so that's great because I really tried my hardest in that video to get my whips done. I was determined. I was motivated when I picked up my pencils to finish them or continue with them, and I'm really happy that I got like a huge chunk done. I'm not mad at myself at all that I didn't do every single one, because honestly, let's be real, in my mind I knew that was not gonna happen. I knew I was not gonna get all of them done, but I attempted. I made progress and I'm happy. So I still have those few ones that I do want to do, but a lot of my whips are knocked out, so that's great. I don't have them haunting me for forever, which I really should not wipe this with my finger because I'm smearing the pencil. But I'm going to leave it off here because, like I said, I've talked enough. But this is what my picture is looking like, and I'm really excited for the plans for this background. I'm just going to have my fingers and toes crossed when I do it. But yeah, I'm going to continue with her dress and just continue with my picture. Hopefully I'll finish it maybe tonight, maybe in the coming couple of days if I don't lose my motivation for this picture, which I don't think I will because I'm really feeling it right now and I'm so glad about that. But yeah, I want to wish y'all a good weekend at the time I'm filming this, and I'm hoping that you're staying safe out here in the world and you're enjoying your hobbies or crafting or whatever it is that you do to relax and for your mental health. And I'll see y'all in my next video.